One last thing, you mentioned like skate to where the puck's going to
Mm-hmm.
be. And we see this being in the real estate market. I know you do too. Like it's a tough market right now for listings with interest rates and so
Mm-hmm.
forth. How do you work with the agents through kind of the tougher times as we have the market, dips, knowing that 2024 most likely it's going to get better, but how do you see kind of the market going as you think about where the real estate puck will be in 2024?
So again, I think it's important to reflect back. I remember a time in the market when 7 or 8% interest rate was a great interest rate.
Yeah.
We had almost free money the last few years. And so that set a different tone in the market. So people had increased buying power. They still have buying power. But I think what we need to do is not focus on the rate, focus on what we can customize. And so, for example, working with our mortgage company, they've come up with different products. They've come up with a cash guarantee when there were 30, 40 multiple offers on a property. And if you were financing, you really didn't have the advantage in that negotiation. So they came up with a cash guarantee program to say, we'll back this, it's a loan. But if we aren't able to close it on the state, we'll cash it out and we'll pay the cash for it.
It's as good as cash.
So it was as good as cash.
Yeah.
That was something that came up from all of us just standing and talking and saying, we need to help our agents, help our clients because they're getting discouraged and stepping out of the market.
Yeah.
So again, we are looking right now to do a program where you can buy now and a refinance later program for people that are concerned. But there's so many different products.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think we have to take a look back and say, look at the equity that you've built up in your present home. It's still a great time to sell.
Yeah.
The interest rates are still below historically
Right.
what were always known as favorable interest rates. And so I think it's just that we have to tell the story and we have to, again, educate the public and provide resources and solutions for them.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a rate reducer program
That's great.
that allows the rate to be reduced.
Mm-hmm.
And again, then help that buyer that was looking when interest rates were maybe 4%. And now when they've ticked up a bit to say, okay, how does this impact what I'm able to buy and should I hold off now? The one thing I can say is the home values are not declining.
No.
The home values are continuing to increase.
Yeah. Inventory is still tight. Yeah.
Indeed. And again, we find, like for us, we're targeting really that empty nester that's paying for parts of their home, either in their mortgage payment or their insurance payment or their taxes that they don't use anymore. Upstairs bedrooms, lower levels that they really don't use, but they're not sure where to go. So we want to help them find that solution and then also allow them to leverage and sell their home when it's at a high peak.